Okay. I'm a day out from my August 6th show at Camp Foster, and I'll be getting touching up on my spray tan for the show. I wanted to talk a little bit about skin prep and how important it is. A lot of folks, when they get on stage, they don't understand that the lights from overhead, or sometimes they get poorly placed on the sides, especially for white folks. It bounces off, so it makes you look smooth. They can't see all the cuts, the striations that you have in your body unless you're darker. That does not mean that black folks or darker folks can't or should not get a tan. They should, because I've seen folks that have multicolored skin types. It's like a farmer's tan. Face is super black. They'll have an arm piece where the shirt showed, where it was lighter and darker type of thing, and it looks horrible on stage. So you got to think about skin prep, and a lot of people don't, or it's too late before they do it and they run into problems. And I'll show you some of the problems I have right now. I start probably 6 months out to get my skin ready. I go to the dermatologist every 6 months because I'm moly, so they're going to check me out for cancer anyway. So I want them to check me out, make sure I'm good to go. And while I'm there, I show them, I get a little bit of acne in the sweaty areas, under my chest and on my hips. Nothing serious. But on stage, it amplifies with those lights. You get little bumps, which takes away. It doesn't. When you see the judges, they're trying to figure out what they're looking at or what's going on there. You don't want them to think that skin should not be what do I look. It should be smooth. It should really look symmetry, color. The face should be colored too. I've seen people walk out there with the dark body and the white face. You look like a light bulb on stage. You look like an idiot. Fix it. And then you want to bring some kind of a cream with you, a darkening cream, because you will sweat. I sweat, and it just starts to look like the color comes from off, and it starts doing these things. I have a white piece here, and then it'll be darker through here. So on my next, as I come and go, I have a little thing of Protan, the cream, and I redo the face. So this way I go on stage and have that symmetry look. So after I go to the dermatologist, usually I get some type of a cream or an antibiotic. Antibiotics are the way to go. Short term, it attacks that stuff that's in the skin that causes it, the viruses. I'm not a doctor, so you'll have to look it up. But they have different types, so you want to go with probably one of the weaker ones at first, unless you have serious problems. And then that will give you time to get rid of the acne, and then you can scrub. I use one of those little machines that sit there with a little brush on it, and I get some special soap with the Q10 or whatever, and I'll work those areas on my body. So this way it promotes healthy skin growth a little bit faster than normal. Now, even with that said, then as I get closer to the show, I still do things, I make sure that I'm always lotioned up. I make sure the skin is smooth. You don't want to have, those elbows that look all rough and tough, because it starts to show your age. But as I get closer to the show, I sit there and I do like the final week, and I'm gonna have to change my prep because twice it hasn't worked, and this is the second time. I start on a Wednesday. Both shows this year are on Sundays, and the Tuesday prior, I'll sit there and I soak in Epsom salt, and then I have those gloves that are tough, have all kinds of wash glove. I don't know what they call them in Japan. They use them. You can go to the bath houses and they scrub you down. It's horrible. I did it one time, and you're laid out like a fish. You're butt naked, and some old lady's scrubbing the hell out of you. But you'll have the best skin you ever had. But you sure find out where your sensitive zones are. I haven't done that. I probably should have done that just to see if it would have come out better. But I did an Epsom salt soak. I had that glove myself. I bought it, and then my wife worked my back and my lats and areas, and then we let it all dry. Don't put lotion on again on your body, because the tanning solution will not adhere to you. The only places I ever put lotion, because porous areas like your elbows or toes and stuff like that will turn super black, and it's weird looking on stage. So I put a little bit of lotion on my elbows and on my knees and around my feet, so this way it doesn't adhere and go in a darker color than anywhere else. And then I bought a spray tan booth. So we set this up in the house. I'm able to stand in it, and my wife was able to put spray tan on me, which is amazing. It's fast. You get an amazing tan out of it. You can buy your bulking sprays in bulk. It looks like one of those little coffee, if you bought coffee in a box kind of thing. It has the little bladder inside, so you can buy the whatever color you want. I did, was it Mega Black or something like that? I'll have to put it in the description so you can see it. And same thing, I'll put the description of the my tan booth. It's like $170. It's worth it though. But even though I do that, I'm getting some type of a reaction around my lats and under my chest, where my skin peels super fast all of a sudden. I don't know if it's an allergic reaction or my body's like, whoa, what's going on? You can't breathe anymore, and it just flakes everything off. It also can be the temperature out here. Okinawa, it's sweaty, hot. It's like 84 degrees today. So maybe that has something to do with it as well. So what I'm going to do next time, just to see, which of course will be next year, is I'm going to start that weekend prior, and I'll do everything that I said before then, and just do one coat, give myself a day and see if it peels off, and if it does, then I do another scrub, and scrub all those parts off to see if I can get back to the clean skin again, and then I'll start again on that Wednesday. So what I normally do is Wednesday at night, wake up in the morning, I'll rinse off, do it again that night. Thursday, wake up in the morning, rinse off. And the only reason why I rinse off is because I go to work, everything becomes brown if you just leave it on the skin. The ideal, what I was told, is you don't shower, but that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm not going to do that. So, and then I'll do the same thing Friday. Then I come out here, and I hooked up with a lady, and hopefully she'll allow me to videotape our session, which I'll have today, and I'll get 2 sprays. I'll get one today at 4:30 in the afternoon. I'll sleep in it, and then I'll get to her place at 6 o'clock in the morning, and she'll touch me up, do a whole nother thing, dry me off, and then I go from there directly to the show where I check in, and I should be prepped. But some of the areas you'll see I'm flaking through here, and even though it's not awful, it's not where I want it to be. So I need to get that fixed today. So I'll probably take a walk outside, get a little cardio, sweat, come on back, and have my wife, because I can't get in over here as well as I want. I'm not as flexible as I used to be, and we'll clean some of that skin off. Try to give the lady a smoother transition between where it is dark and where it is whiter, so that this way when she sprays me, it has a more even tone, and she'll be able to cover that up. She did last time. I looked good. I was the best color I've ever been yet. So hopefully we'll be able to get that done. And then when I get done with the show, I have one of those green pads like the Army uses on the floors or whatnot. And I love that thing. I know a lot of people would never think to use that on their body, but it really does well, and it feels to me good. So I sit there and load that sucker with soap, and I wash myself down and scrape off all that color. Well, not all, but it makes you look normal again, where you won't look normal after a spray. It's super dark. When someone sees you outside of the lights that are in a building, those bright white lights, it just looks crazy. They're like, I get looks like, why you like that. So, but when you're on stage, then you look good. You're like, oh, okay. Then they can see all your striations, all the abs, everything bounces, the vascularity. So I just want to talk again, like I said, about skin prep and how important it is and how far out you really need to address it if you have small issues like I do. If you have larger issues, and maybe it's an all-year process, but you definitely need to hit it up about 6 months prior to a show, and you need to have that in your mind that that's important. So hopefully after this you will see the spray session, if she'll allow me. I'll check you out later.